It was the third Sunday in November. I know the exact date because I looked it up afterward. But on that day, it was just Sunday. My grandmother made the same things she always made: pot roast, mashed potatoes, green beans she had put up herself from the garden in July, and the dinner rolls she had been making from the same handwritten recipe since 1962. My grandfather sat at the head of the table, the same chair, the same spot, the same man who had sat there every Sunday for as long as any of us could remember. My father was there, my uncle, my aunt who drove 2 hours every Sunday without fail and never once mentioned the distance. All the cousins, all the noise, all the ordinary chaos of a family that was simply together. Someone argued about football. Someone burned their tongue on the mashed potatoes and made a big production of it. The kids were sent from the table twice for fooling around. My grandfather laughed at something my uncle said and nearly choked on his dinner roll. My grandmother shook her head at all of them with that particular look she had that meant she was more pleased than she was letting on. A completely ordinary Sunday. Nobody took a photograph. Why would you photograph an ordinary Sunday? My grandmother passed the following April. That November dinner was the last time we were all together at that table. I would give almost anything for a photograph from that night. Not a posed one. Not a special one. Just whatever was happening at any given moment: the mess on the table, the kids making faces, my grandfather mid-laugh, my grandmother's hands cutting the pot roast the way she always did. Just one photograph of a completely ordinary Sunday that turned out to be the last one. We never know which ordinary moment is actually the last one. That is the part nobody prepares you for. Not the dramatic goodbyes. Not the big final conversations. Just an ordinary Sunday in November: pot roast, dinner rolls, someone arguing about football. And then one day you realize that was everything. That was the whole thing, right there, in that room, on that unremarkable Sunday. I want to ask you something. Is there a Sunday dinner you wish you could go back to? Not a holiday. Not a birthday. Just an ordinary Sunday. Tell me about it below. I want to hear about your table, your people, your ordinary Sundays. And please, share this tonight with everyone in your life who still has those Sundays ahead of them. Tell them not to waste a single one. Tell them to put the phone down, to argue about football, to burn their tongue on the potatoes, to laugh until they nearly choke, to be so completely present in the ordinary Sunday that if someone took a photograph, they would want to keep it forever. Red Heart.